Ask Reddit. What is the most successful lie in history? During WW2, the British put fake documents on a corpse and dropped the body in the waters to be found by the Axis. It detailed an attack that never happened. Here's the best part. The plans for D-Day were found in a similar manner. The actual plans. But they were ignored cause the Nazi leaders thought it was just another ruse. Ian Fleming came up with that. He later wrote the James Bond novels. He was also cousins with the late Sir Christopher Lee, noted SAS badass and backstab sound expert. One of the most impressive ones was when Great Britain convinced everyone during World War II that carrots were the reason why their vision was great, when it was really the recently discovered airborne interception radar technologies. I still know people that are convinced eating carrots as kids will ensure 20/20 vision for life. When I was a kid, my older sister knew it wasn't true but convinced me it was. She thought it was funny to see me constantly begging for more carrots and getting me to do her chores so I could have hers. Well, now we're adults, she's had glasses for 15 years and I'm in my 30s with 20/15 vision. I know it's not from the carrots, but it's pretty fun to ask her if she's got new glasses lately while I'm comping on a carrot like Bugs Bunny. A friend of mine tried to get night vision in high school. We all gave him every carrot we got at lunch, so he'd eat like a pound of them a day. He was already pretty pale, so he started to turn orange from all the beta-carotene. His mom took him to the doctor, who told him to knock it off. So his mom said, drum roll, please, what's up, doc? We are experiencing higher than normal call volume. Your call is very important to us. Every single customer service line. Edit, my first awards, with an S, ever. Thank you. Your call is very important to us. Please stay on the line until it's no longer important to you. Or you get disconnected when we realize you ain't giving up. Once I was working tech support calls and the power to the entire building went out and stayed out for about an hour and 15 minutes. I just put my customer on hold when it happened. Welp, power came back on, my system started up. What do you fucking know, that call was still active. I went off of hold and couldn't even maintain the CS persona, just went, I'm so sorry sir, but, you're still here? He just said yep in the most tired, done with the world voice, but with absolutely no surprise or comment about the wait. Really made me wonder how long dude usually spends on hold. I acknowledge that I have read and agreed to the above terms and conditions. Yes, I am 18 plus years old. World War I and World War II be like. Sorry, we don't accept youngsters, go out and age a bit. Returns 3 seconds later. Welcome to the army. Literally how it happened, go back out, have a few birthdays then come back. Wild and fucked up, but makes a lot more sense when you remember this was the era of children working in coal mines from age 4. My great-grandpa fought in World War I at 15 years old. We don't know the most successful lie because it's a lie we don't know of yet. Fact. Or lie. Goddamit. They got us on a technicality. I'll drop an ethics bomb on you. Would you steal bread to feed your family? Yes, but I would leave an anonymous IOU. Check and mate ethics man. Please listen carefully as our menu items have recently changed. We are experiencing higher than normal call volumes. If I hear that message every time I call, no you aren't. The real message is we're paying for the bare minimum, so fuck you and wait. So true. Customers used to always tell me hire more people, but the people above kept telling us we don't need to hire more people, that we need to improve our numbers. You think I own this business? You think I own IKEA? I'm a part-time employee halfway through a 2-week notice. I don't give a s. Iceland and Greenland. Nah, Iceland's name is well earned. Hrafnafloki hiked up some mountains, saw that the Fjordvatnsfjord, Waterfjord, lol, was full of pack ice, and henceforth he came up with the name Iceland. There were two other names given to Iceland. Nader Astvaldsson came up with Snowland because he saw snow fall on the mountains before he departed the country. And Gerir Svavarsson came up with the name Gerarshumr, aka Owl of Gerir, named after himself. Plus the winters are pretty long. So Iceland really is Iceland for a decent portion of the year. So basically it's only Greenland that's a lie. Indeed. The reason for the naming actually is because the Viking chief wanted to attract settlers, so he gave it a wildly inaccurate but promising name in order to lure people in. The name really was supposed to be false advertising. Fat will make you fat. Eating that full of sugar pre-made meal won't. Wait, sherbet is fat-free, so I can eat the entire tub, right? Eating the entire tub is fine, eating the sherbet inside probably not so much. Plenty of people have gotten fat off of eating too much sherbet, but nobody has ever gotten fat off of eating too many sherbet containers. I imagine that would cause digestive problems, though. Digestive problems or weight loss opportunities? It's a real win-win. You are not beautiful. But you could be with this product. Well, the first part ain't a lie. The best lies have 80% truth. 4 out of 5 doctors told me I was fat. You won't believe what the 5th doctor told me. He said I was fat, too. Honest marketing. You ain't beautiful, and this product will certainly not help, but it will pad my wallet. The best lies are sprinkled with the truth. That diamonds are valuable. They are extremely valuable in terms of their usefulness, but not as engagement rings, which was a con made up by the diamond industry. Engagement rings were made up by the diamond industry. Wedding rings used to be enough. Engagement rings or engagement bands were a thing going back to ancient Rome, and diamond rings in particular became common, at least with the aristocracy, during the Victorian era. However, their popularity in the US did temporarily decline after World War I until the diamond industry started promoting them in the 1940s. This makes me want to come up with something so rich idiots will think they have to buy it or have it purchased for them. Pregnancy watches. You set the alarm for the week your baby is due, and people will know you're pregnant and won't assume you're just fat. Just get good marks in high school. Once you go to a top-tier college, your life is practically set and sorted. Don't know about practically set and sorted, but if you really did go to a top-tier college and graduated with decent GPA, you do have a fair advantage in rest of your career. Yeah, all my life I heard that it was a lie. Looking at my peers now, it turns out no, actually it's the truth. You have to keep your foot on the gas throughout college, but it can work out pretty good. I think it's more so that those who had the work ethic to get into a top-tier college probably maintained that work ethic throughout their lives. Or their dad was a big donor. Either way, it's gonna make life a hell of a lot easier. Nope, it's just the friends you make who will become tomorrow's senators and CEOs. Just my experience working in big corporations and watching people getting hired into high-level positions that barely have descriptions. I have one that's not about G-Bus or religion. McDonald's lied and spread false information about that lady, launching a frivolous lawsuit against them just to get rich after she burned herself with their scalding hot coffee. The lie was so successful people to this day believe the lady was just looking to make a quick buck. Another one would be the lie/propaganda distributed by the British during WW2. They claimed that carrots improved eyesight. The reality is, they wanted to hide the fact that they had invented radar from the Nazis. So they picked a food that was plentiful and well known to be eaten by their population and claimed the improved eyesight that resulted from this allowed them to better spot German aircraft. That lady got the shittiest deal ever. She is synonymous with frivolous lawsuits to this day, and she was absolutely in the right and deserved compensation. Her injuries were extensive, and the temperature that coffee was served at was 100% dangerous to consume, or in this case, have it spilled on you. In the beginning she was only asking for McDonald's to cover her medical expenses, so this lawsuit was exactly the opposite of frivolous. Fused labia is a combination of words that is forever burned into my mind. Better than being burned into your groin. The customer is always right. The customer is not always right. Sometimes, the customer is a twat. I read once the original meaning related to say you own a store that only sells oranges but customers keep saying they want apples, you would profit by listening to their wants. Yes, it was in terms of product design. If the design you think is best doesn't sell well and a design you don't like does, you need to make the one that sells, not the one you like. It's more that if the customer is wrong then you're asking the wrong question rather than the customer has the answer to every question. Exactly. The full quote is the customer is always right in matters of taste. Please like and subscribe for more daily content.